Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who topic video for today. So in this video, it says something that I kind of want a few responses on the comments or somehow, and that question is, what is your all-time favourite Doctor Who story? Now, most people will probably say, oh, it's Genesis of the Daleks, it's the City of Death, it could be anything you know. It could be Inferno, it could be Spearhead from Space, it could be the War Games, it could be Don't Know If You Child, the Daleks, you know. It could be, what, Attack of the Cybermen, it could be Time Flight, it could be Earthshock, or it could be Remembrance of the Daleks, it could be Dalek, it could just be anything. So it could be anything from out of Hartnell's era, Troughton era, Pertwee era, Baker era, Davison era, Baker era, McCoy's era. Then, of course, we have Eccleston's era, Tennant's era, Smith's era, Capaldi's era, and, of course, Whittaker's era. We have so many TV eras. If you also want to go for Big Finish, we have the McGann era, very Big Finish, and, of course, we also have the Hurt era from Big Finish as well. So the one thing I really want to talk about is, what is my all-time favourite story of Doctor Who? Now, people will probably go to me, but it's Genesis of the Daleks, ain't it, Paul? And I'm like, no. And I've had some people go to me, oh, it's the Caves of Androsani. You talk about how good that one is. I went, I do talk about how good that one is, but it's not my all-time favourite. Now, my all-time favourite Doctor Who story is from season 26. Now, you're probably going, surely it's not going to be Battlefield. It's not going to be Survival. It could be in between Ghostlight or The Curse of Ferric. So, my all-time favourite Doctor Who episode is got to be, well, my all-time favourite Doctor Who story, which was actually broadcast. Sorry, I've got my notes here. It was actually broadcast from the 25th of October to the 15th of November 1989. And it is, of course, Doctor Who, The Curse of Fenric. I just absolutely love this one. This is my all-time favourite Doctor Who episode. It is fantastic. Everything about it I absolutely love. So here's everything I own of Doctor Who, The Curse of Fenric. So I own it here on VHS. As you can see, you can never get bored of the old VHS style. I love the VHSs, to be honest with you. Then, of course, I own it on DVD, as you can see here. And then, of course, I own it on the Blu-ray, Doctor Who The Collection Season 26 Blu-ray, signed by Sylvester McCoy himself. And I also own it on another Blu-ray version, the standard Blu-ray version of Season 26. So, yeah, as you can see, I've got two Blu-rays of Doctor Who Season 26. I just love Season 26. Season 26 is my all-time favourite season of Doctor Who. Out of, honestly, my all-time favourite. And for me to sit here and say my favourite story out of Doctor Who's history of all time is definitely The Curse of Fenric. I just absolutely love it. It is a fantastic story set in World War II. I love the Heaver Falls, the two naughty girls when they jump into the, when they go into the sea and they end up getting grabbed by the Heaver Falls and they'll come out being like half Heaver Fall, half girl, and they literally talk to this soldier saying, join us, yes, come into the water. And the Heaver Falls just come out and grab them. I absolutely love the whole cast of this story. This is why, this is literally my all-time favourite episode of Doctor Who. Now, some people probably say, oh, it's something like Genesis of the Daleks and stuff, because I have so many different... My favourite Doctor is Tom Baker. My favourite era is the 1970s of Doctor Who. So, my favourite, all-time favourite Doctor Who story is actually The Curse of Fenric. I absolutely have such a soft spot for it. I remember watching this with my granddad Mick. I remember watching it with my dad. I watched it with my dad first, and I watched it with my granddad Mick when I went to stop over at his house when he was living at Market Drayton at the time. And I remember going downstairs and putting Doctor Who on, and it was actually destroyed The Curse of Fenric. And Granddad's like, "You've seen this one?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he went, "Well, you're watching it for again?" And I'm like, "It's a good one." It's a good story. I absolutely love The Curse of Fenric. It is such a fantastic story. It's got horrifying, it's creepiness, it's got the whole setting, and it's just one of those stories I just flipping love, and it's my all-time favourite. The Heaver Falls, I love the whole design. The darker side of the Seventh Doctor, the whole Chessmaster version, basically comes out during the story when you have Fenric inside the Russian soldier's body, and he's talking, saying, early than that time, Lord, before Cybermen, ever since Ice World, and Doctor goes, I knew you had your handiwork in it from the very beginning. I love the way he's literally stitched up Ace. She goes, she's nothing more than a cripple. I wouldn't be interested in her. Unless I could use her somehow. And poor Ace is there going, no, no. I absolutely just love the whole setting of this. When we see the Heaverfalls coming out in the pouring rain, and that really, the music just really sets in this music. I love the music where you kind of got like syllables crashing and like drum beats and everything. I just really love the piece of music they use for the story. It really sets up the tone how creepiness Doctor Who can be. McCoy gives a fantastic performance as the 7th Doctor. I just really love McCoy's Doctor. And this is, for me, my all-time favourite Doctor Who story. It is, I'm honestly saying this hand on heart, it is the all-time one. This is the one I consider to be Doctor Who at its very best. It's got creepy, it's got mystery to it, which has more of a character to the 7th Doctor. We have the way the 7th Doctor manipulates, become more of the Chessmaster Doctor. We have the backstory to Ace, which is really kind of good because she's the first companion out of Doctor Who to actually have a backstory sorted out. Well, her and Susan, because Susan was all set up to be the first Doctor's granddaughter. So this is like a proper back sort of story for Ace, and it's just absolutely fantastic. I love the whole design of the Heaverfalls, and when you see that kind of woman that's supposed to be looking after the 2 girls that's been infected from London, and when you see them, when they literally go and drain her blood, when they literally come in, she's screaming and she goes ah, like that. I absolutely love that way. It's like very vampire epic, but with a Doctor Who twist. The Heaverfalls are such a great design. I would love to see them come back at some point in Doctor Who. I really would. I just really love this whole look of the Heaverfalls. The way we see them in the kind of like Victorian outfits, and then of course the Viking outfits as well, when we just see them coming out of the water. Now, the person playing Dr. Johnson, he is a good performance. And then when you see him get infected by Fenric, when Fenric jumps into his body, and he literally turns around and goes, "You're here to play the Constant again, Time Lord." I love the way he literally goes, "Time Lord," and the 7th Doctor just turns around and just goes, gives him that evil stare, and then the credits goes. I just really love this story. This is my all-time favourite story of Doctor Who. The Curse of Fenric, for me, I actually consider this to be an all-time classic for me. Honestly, it's just an all-time classic story. I really love The Curse of Fenric. It is creepy, it's horrifying, and I keep repeating that, it's creepy and horrifying, but it really is, and the music sets it up for the tone of the way the story is told. I love the fact we're in World War II. I love the fact we kind of got that, the kind of person getting into the minds of the Nazis with having a Hitler poster on his wall with the Nazi symbol, and he's literally just there in the British camp, so he's trying to get in his head, like, to know Hitler and stuff. And this is just a really great piece of Doctor Who writing, specifically for a story set in Earth's past, in a really horrifying sort of Earth's past with World War II, with people dying and Hitler being what he was and everything. This is just a fantastic Doctor Who story. I just really love it. It's, as I said, I love the Heaverfalls. I love I think the king of the Heaverfalls. He's got some great outfits as well. I just absolutely really do love this story. And when you see the Heaverfalls coming out of the water, it's a bit like seeing the Sea Devils come out of the water in Doctor Who and the Sea Devils back in 1972. But here, I just really love the way the Sea Devils just come out. I really love the way the Heaverfalls just come out of the sea and start marching towards the army base, and then you've got the armies just taking on, you've got the Russians there as well. I just really love the story. This is a fantastic story to watch for Doctor Who. And to be honest with you, as I say, this is my all-time favourite Doctor Who story. If I was going to say, you know, my favourite story is the Case of Androzani, I'd be like, I'm not being truthful to myself. Stop that. No. This is the eventual Doctor Who viewing. For me, this is in the top three, but this is my all-time favourite. Then it goes to Genesis the Daleks, and then of course the Case of Androzani. Genesis the Daleks will always beat Case of Androzani for me, but this just beats Genesis for me because I absolutely love this story. It's a classic story. McCoy, everybody else gives a fantastic performance. So let me know in the comments, what is your all-time favourite story? And thank you for watching this video of me telling you what is my favourite story out of the whole lot of the Doctor Who in general. And just let me know what your favourite stories are. If it's Genesis of the Daleks, I can say Case of Androzani, I can say. The only bits I will probably say I don't really understand how can it be your favourite is if it's the Dominators from Patrick Troughton's like his last season, season 6, how can anybody like the Dominators or their mutants? Really mind-boggling. So anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day. And join me for more awesome Doctor Who content.